All right, light up those pumpkins because we are officially live. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. What is up, everybody? Happy Michael Myers Monday. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's live transmission from HDN headquarters in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. How's everybody doing tonight? I already see a lot of my friends have found their way into the live chat. Phil and Ryan Korn, good to have you back this week, brother. And let's see who else we saw. David Suber, of course. There's Ken. Entertaining TV is here. There's Matt V. Phil, of course. Happy Michael Myers Monday, guys. If you're new here, if you've never tuned in to one of our live streams on Monday nights, this is where we here at Halloween Daily News focus entirely on Michael Myers and the Halloween movie franchise, and we'll go over any news items of the week, and we'll play a fun clip or two, and we'll share some tweets and posts from Instagram, and just geek out and talk and discuss the franchise in the live chat with a great group of fans that keeps growing a little bit more each week, and that's great news. So if you're new, welcome. Thanks for being here. And to all my returning friends, welcome back, guys. Happy Michael Myers Monday. All right, we actually do have quite a few items I'm going to talk about tonight. Some various new stuff, but real quick, just a few in stocks as people are finding their way in here. I want to show off our silver... Just dropped them on the floor. I want to show off our Silver Shamrock collection of officially licensed fear fresheners. These are the newly branded. They used to be called scare fresheners, but now they are fear fresheners. And these, though, some of these, a few of these guys, these three, are actually scare fresheners. These are the Trick or Treat Studios air fresheners, but this is before they changed the name to the fear fresheners. And we've got a couple of these still labeled as scare fresheners, collector's items right here. They're $4 each plus shipping. And we've got all three Silver Shamrocks in stock right this minute. We got the Witch Mask. Of course, the Pumpkin Mask. There we go. And, of course, the Skull Mask. And they're each vanilla scented. Again, these are actually, for the super collectors, they're labeled scare fresheners, not fear fresheners, which is the current name where you're going to get them most places. And once you've got all three of those, then you have to get these two to round out your collection. You need the Silver Shamrock logo. Now, these are actually the newer fear freshener ones. And again, they're vanilla scented. And last but certainly not least, one of my personal favorites, the TV pumpkin, they call it, as the magic pumpkin from the Silver Shamrock ads. All right. So we've got all of those fear fresheners and lots more in stock right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. We've also got collectibles, action figures, tons of masks, lots of good stuff in stock right now. And we're shipping everything pretty much within 24 to 48 hours when we get it right now. We're staying on it this time of year. And until we start traveling, we're getting them out really quick. So we appreciate your business there. All right. We're going to move into some news items here, but let me just check in and see how everybody's doing. There's Byron. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. There's two boys and their pops. 3 months, 3 days. Good evening, sirs. Yes, 3 months and 3 days. Counting it down. I love it. Matt B says, happy MM Monday. My mucho, mucky much. Yes, yes. Awesome. Well, again, I want to thank everybody for being here and for joining us. I mean, last week we again got a great amount of views. Everything seems to be on the rise right now. Obviously, with the excitement of Halloween Kills growing with each week, and we're going to keep that going. And looking down the road, lots of fun stuff planned, like I've been talking about, convention appearances with some of the members of the franchise. Lots of cool stuff we're going to be talking about. But right now, we're going to go ahead and dive in to the first news story, and it's kind of the big news story for the franchise that broke since last Monday, and everybody's been talking about it. And we did an article, and it kind of leaked. The artwork had leaked on Monday, but then it was made official later last week. And of course, I'm talking about the 4Ks, Halloween 1 through 5, getting deluxe edition, collector's edition, 4K releases from Scream Factory. Release date is this September, and they are up for pre-order right now. And a lot of people have been talking about that. We're going to go through each one and talk about it. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts. This is the first time, of course, Halloween 2 through 4 have been released on 4K. And probably most notable about all this for me is that Dean Cundy is supervising the transfer this time of Halloween 78, which he wasn't involved in on the 2018 4K release, and as well as Halloween 2 and 3. But let's go through. Let's take a look at the article right here. And again, what we're going to do is just going to be the normal way I do things. We'll do the news story. I'll come back. We'll chat about it. We'll go on to the next one. We'll chat and so forth. So let's here we go. First 5 Halloween movies coming to 4K from Scream Factory. Yeah, this was announced last Tuesday, right after our last live. And of course, this includes Halloween 78, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And the early details released are this. All 5 films will receive all new HD transfers from their original camera negatives. And parts 1 and 3, as I said, they are approved and supervised by the film's cinematographer, Dean Cundy. And of course, this does mark the debut of parts 2 through 5 in the Ultra HD format. All 5 will support a new 7.1 Dolby Atmos audio track. And of course, there's lots of limited time only extras that you can get if you order now directly from shoutfactory.com. You can get them in the slipcase featuring the newly commissioned art from Joel Robinson. And you can also get the poster of each cover. A Blu-ray disc also sporting the new transfers will be included in each release as well. So it's 4K and Blu-ray. If you haven't upgraded to Blu-ray yet, you can get the best of both worlds in one package here. And then there's these extra offers down here. There's offer 1 that includes a poster of the new art, which we'll talk about in just a second, one by one. And there's offer number 2, where you get the first 3 films plus 7-inch vinyl from Sacred Bones Records, featuring newly recorded music from John Carpenter. Offer 3 includes all of that, and as well as that includes the whole package, all 5 films, all 5 posters, and the 3 vinyl records. And then for offer 4, you can do everything plus a set of limited edition enamel pins, 5 enamel pins from Gutter Garbs. So really, that giant package is uniting everything in just one package, and you get the pins from Gutter Garbs, the vinyl from Sacred Bones, and of course the Blu-rays collector's editions from Scream Factory. That's all going to be released officially on September 28th. You can pre-order right now at shoutfactory.com. We've got links and all this info, as you can see, at HalloweenDailyNews.com. And there is a shot of the whole deal. And we'll go over here and look at it. That's the big package. That's the posters, the 4K, the Blu-ray, the soundtrack vinyls, and the pins. And I'm going to go through each of these covers one by one now, and I'll give you my thoughts, and I want to hear your thoughts, of course. Ryan says, it's something I don't need, but it's a must-have. Yeah, I mean, again, I've not hit the button yet. Personally, I'm on my purchase. I'm, you know, it's inevitable, especially for those first three. I feel like, but if you're going to do that, then why, And it's the first time that 2 through 5 have been put on 4K. I know a lot of the comments on our social media accounts when we posted about this announcement was mostly um, not in favor of the artwork, which we'll take a look at in just a minute. I think they were maybe hoping for something else. Again, it's not the worst artwork I've ever seen. Some of it's all right. There's some stuff I like. Um, but I mean, after looking at that pinball machine artwork last week that we looked at so closely, I really couldn't help but feeling that maybe it could have been something a little more special there. But if you read, the slipcases are reversible, as Screen Factory usually does. So if you're not a fan of the new cover art, you can easily just reverse it and show off the original poster art, which is how Screen Factory typically does. Let's see. David grabbed the big package. I'm not surprised, my man. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I want to hear. Have you guys purchased yours, and what package did you get? Jake Blaster likes the H3 artwork. Yes, I like that too. That's my favorite of them. Let's just go on over there and look at this for just a second. David says, I hear they are working on the later movies as well. That would be sweet. Um, yeah, I mean, I remember when Screen Factory first launched with the release of Halloween 2 and 3 on Blu-ray and DVD. I didn't even have a Blu-ray player yet. I got the DVDs. I got this H3 poster up here with that DVD and the Halloween 2 nurse's hat that I showed you guys a few weeks ago with those purchases. That was in 2012. I bought my first Blu-ray player, believe it or not, in 2013 when the 35th anniversary Blu-ray of Halloween came out. So, and the same with the 4K. I upgraded to 4K in 2018 for the release of that. So, yeah, so I haven't pressed the button yet. I'm debating on which package. Do I go for the full package, the total package? I mean, it's hard not to if you're doing part of it, but let's see what you guys are doing. Ryan's getting it because of H2. Yep, you've said that's your favorite. All right, let's look. Let's go over here and look at this artwork, starting with part 1. This is John Carpenter's 1978 classic. And again, pretty much a classic shot of Michael. The way the left arm is kind of bulging out like that. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird pose. It's more of like an action figure pose than like an actual how you might see Michael. But I think the mask looks good. I like the Myers house and the station wagon is in the background. Somebody, I think it was on our Instagram, commented on the amount of leaves that are featured on this and all of them really, and there is quite a bit of leaf placement when you once you see it, you can't really unsee that. Yeah, that is a lot of leaves right behind them. David says I should get the whole package. Yes, they will have rigid slipcases too. That's right. Two Boys reminds me. That's right. Entertaining TV says, I think that will make me love Halloween 4 more that they made the mask look like the original mask, like Halloween 2018. There's Sammy Smith checking in. Happy Michael Myers Monday, man. Larry Moore Jr. just got done watching 78. Nice. Nice. Never a bad time for that. Chad Francis checking in. What's up, man? So, again, I mean, I don't hate the cover art, but this cover art by any means, but I'm also not like instantly in love with it. You know, um, those covers for Halloween 2 and 3. I mean, as you can see, I've got the Halloween 3 poster um, hanging in my office still, and those covers were great that they put out for those. Let's look at part 2. Now, I like this. I mean, this he does kind of get Dick Warlock's straight arm, a little stiffer walk. That opposed to that, just kind of the arm placement. I kind of like this look a little bit more. Again, I like the mask. I mean, this artist Joel Robinson, I've seen his art before. I've seen him at cons a few times over the years, and I mean, clearly a very talented artist. And I like the full moon. I like that the hospital's in the background. I've seen, again, some comments. I've seen a lot of criticism of the artwork. I have seen some comments that about the leaves, and then somebody else commented that they wanted to see Laurie and then Jamie Lloyd in some of these. It would have been nice, as opposed to just focusing on Michael on all those. Again, that argument could be made. I mean, Laurie and Jamie Lloyd certainly play such an important part in these films. Again, once I see it, I can't unsee it, but there is a lot of leaves in the background. But I get what's going on. You line them all up, it'll be like all the leaves are kind of flowing through the same scene. And again, I like that you've got the hospital in the background. I do think Michael looks good there, and the mask looks good. Kind of the same with the first one, though. I mean, I would have hoped for something maybe a little more special. I mean, but clearly they were going for a theme here, focusing on Michael, except for, of course, this one. Who are you going to focus on? Cochran? No, that's who they focused on and really put center stage in the 2012 release of Halloween 3. For this one, though, they wisely opted, or at least the artist, Joel Robinson, wisely opted to focus on the Silver Shamrock trick-or-treaters. And this, by far, at least from the comments I've seen on social media, is the most popular of the 5 cover art. And I would agree, this one looks the best in my opinion. I love that you've got the Silver Shamrock factory in the background. And again, I mean, these are kind of the places where the evil goes down. You got the hospital, you got the Myers house, you got the factory. I love that we do have the assassins back there as well. And that's kind of a holdover from that 2012 cover, if you can remember. And I love the TVs all playing the commercial, and how each one, it's staggered. It's either showing the Silver Shamrock logo that I was just showing you on the Fear Freshener, or the Magic Pumpkin, the other Fear Freshener. See, now you see how it all ties together. But I definitely love this one. This is my favorite, I have to say, of these 5 covers. And again, I love Halloween 3. I've actually got tonight's flashback clip is about Halloween 3, and I'm going to throw them a little bit of love here in just a minute. Let's see what you guys are saying. Phil already wants an "Are you ready?" We'll get there. We'll get there. Ryan says it's a more Myers look. Yeah. Myers sells. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, Myers is what sells, and yeah, these will, I'm sure, ultimately, probably minus the rigid slipcase, end up in Best Buys and so forth. Chad says likes the art. Should have been Jamie Lloyd and Lori, but do love the art. Yeah, love the H3 with the trick or treaters. I agree. Ken says that's my favorite one so far. Yep, definitely. Two Boys agrees. Really nice artwork for sure. David says 3 is a winner. Yep, yep. Very cool. Yeah. So I think we all agree, and again, all the comments I saw, everybody agreed that this is the best of these 5 covers. That said, let's check out number 4. This is the return of Michael Myers, and again, he works in some cool imagery in the background, and Jamie Lloyd is there in the reflection of the knife. So I guess, saying that she's not represented, she is there in the reflection of the knife, which is awesome. And I do appreciate that in the back, we've got some of that just Halloween imagery that we all love from the opening credits of that film. But you're right, Entertainment TV, that they definitely altered the mask in this photo from what it looks like in the original poster and from what it looks like in the final film. It's kind of a hybrid of the two, but it looks pretty good as far as an artistic representation of the 4 mask, which is not my favorite Myers mask. But this looks pretty good as a 4 mask. I can look at it and pretty much say, yeah, that's in H4, but it looks about as good as an H4 is going to look, I think. But yeah, Jamie Lloyd is there in the knife, in the reflection in the knife. And like I said, I like the trick or treaters in the back. This one isn't quite as leaf heavy, but it does kind of carry the theme along. The leaves are just blowing right through these covers. And there's the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and last but not least, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And I like this. You've got, again, the neighborhood in the background. And lots of leaves, again, blowing through the background of the scene. I like that this one shows off one of the best kills in Halloween 5, and probably one of the best in the franchise. Uh, that we've watched the clip. I played the clip for you guys of Don Shanks talking about how he used real weapons filming this film and scenes like this. So I like that they focused on the giant scythe. I think it's pretty sweet, and I again, H5 the mask, never been one of my absolute favorite Myers masks, but as the H5 goes, this is a good representation of it. Uh, Myers looks bulky as he should. I mean, Don Shanks is a beast of a man. He's a big dude, and so that um, I like this one. This one is probably not probably. I'm going to say this one is my second favorite of these 5 after the Halloween 3. But you guys tell me what you think. Sammy says they should have added Loom. I assume you mean Loomis? Yes, Loomis. There. Uh, Ken says that one's badass. Yeah. Yeah, I like the H5. I did. Um, more than the 1, 2, and 4. And we'll just, again, that's kind of just a classic Michael, but it looks a little action figure-ish for a Blu-ray cover, I guess. And again, I love my action figures, but just kind of the reaching hand and all. Again, this one, I like it. It's a good expression of Dick Warlock. H4, I probably my favorite thing is the Jamie Lloyd reflection and the trick or treaters and the imagery in the background. But yeah, here we've got Michael with one of his coolest weapons he's ever used in one of the coolest scenes. Yeah, I like this one. This is my number 2. And that'd be my number 1. Season of the Witch. Because I love me some Season of the Witch anyway. And yeah, so I'm going to have to hit the button. You guys are saying I need to get the whole package. So it sounds like that's what you guys are saying. Who else has pressed the button? Entertaining TV says, do you think when Halloween Kills comes out on 4K, it should have the mob and the main characters in the background and Michael with the firefighter tool? That would be cool. I could see that, yeah. Yeah, Sammy says they should have added Loomis. Ryan Corn says, at the end of the day, Michael sells, so why have anyone but Myers in the artwork? And that's a good point. I mean, at the end of the day, they're trying to sell. And that's another thing I just wanted to comment on about this is that, the exciting thing here, I mean, while new artwork is always exciting and new releases, I mean, it's the fact that these are getting new transfers from the original negatives. They're getting released on 4K for the first time. And it's from Scream Factory, who has done great work in the last decade of really just, putting out some amazing releases of all of our favorite stuff. You guys know, your library's full of Scream Factory stuff. And despite the whole world trying to just be done with physical media, they're still kicking. And so, yeah, we gotta, we gotta support that. And yeah, if you don't love the new artwork, you can always reverse it. And that's one of the cool things about all their releases. So, but it sounds like you guys are digging it. Some of you have already placed your order. Dana, what's up? I'm so excited. Can't stop smiling. I'm so happy they did you right. You deserve this. Okay, awesome. Welcome to Michael Myers Monday live stream. Larry says, nice, but the first one has left arm. Should have been down. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I'm saying. And again, overall, the part 1 and 2 covers feel a little generic to me. But yeah, the arm being like that, it's just weirdly placed like that. Phil says, I agree with Sammy Smith that they should have added Loomis. Okay, yeah. A lot of people wish they had seen Loomis in there at some point. I mean, of course, he's half of those movies for sure. Ryan says, if you can afford it, get it. That's simple. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, it'll be breaking the bank, but, it's Halloween. Larry says Michael is going to kill the entire town in the new movie, I assume. Yeah. The next Myers NECA figure should be on special edition where he comes with a firefighter head and firefighter saw tool, says Ken. I love that. Hey, it might. It might. They're gonna do that Ultimate Edition. Maybe they'll do an alternate version, but who knows what props it's gonna come with. I guess if it came with those props now, though, we could say it wouldn't be spoilery. We're worried about that figure coming with too many spoilery accessories. All right, let's move on over to another story that just came out today. Something kind of cool. And what this is TV Guide's Remind magazine. They're going to do a whole special Halloween franchise issue this October. Now, you remember the old TV Guides. They're still around. And this is their pop culture magazine. And they're going to celebrate John Carpenter's classic and all of the movies and this whole franchise that it spawned. It's going to celebrate all 43 years of the Halloween movie franchise. It'll be a special supersized collector's issue, and it is available for pre-order now. That's at HalloweenRemind.com. And it was announced today on Facebook that filmmaker Justin Beam is guest editing this collector's issue. You'll remember he was involved with Trancas for a while, ran the Halloween Movies website for a while, wrote for Fangoria and a number of outlets over the years. And let's see, he has assembled a who's who in horror to revel in the 78 original and the slasher funhouse that followed. This includes brand new interviews with John Carpenter and David Gordon Green. So, of course, that perked my attention. And you can see just a few of the other contributors involved with this. Everybody from Malika Akkad to Michael Dougherty, director of Trick or Treat and Krampus. Justin Mabry and Chris Zeffro of Trick or Treat Studios. Ben, owner of Ben Scrivens of Fright Rags. Lots of other cool people involved in this. And some of the features inside the issue are going to be the interview with Carpenter on the making and the legacy of Halloween, twists and turns of the franchise, how John Carpenter changed the cinema soundscape, the story behind the most famous mask in horror, the evolution of Halloween collectibles. Definitely can't wait to read that. The misunderstood legacy of Halloween 3. That should be good. Again, keeping with tonight's theme, I guess. How Nick Castle influenced a generation of madmen as Michael Myers. And the interview with director David Gordon Green on, of course, Halloween Kills. And more, they say. Of the artwork, the press release that Blade Disgusting broke today states that this year's cover artwork harkens back to the stark simplicity of the original Halloween, the movie that kicked off the beloved franchise, while honoring Remind's dedication to celebrating popular culture from decades past. Remind is also offering Halloween fans the chance to step into the magazine's pages by contributing photos of themselves in costume that may appear in the issue. So you want to go to HalloweenRemind.com right now. You can pre-order it. I'm going to be getting one, of course. And you can submit some photos. You might want to do that because I know you guys got some. And here is that cover art. Let's zoom out just a little bit. There we go. There's that cover art for this special October 2021 edition of Remind magazine. Like you, I never heard of Remind magazine before today. I've heard TV Guide, of course, and but this sounds really cool, and I will absolutely be ordering my copy probably as soon as I'm done here with you guys tonight. David Suber, back on the cover, says may have been a licensing issue with other likenesses. Good point. I did not think about that, but that very well might be why we don't see Loomis, Laurie, or Daniel Harris's likeness. It's very possible. Entertaining TV says 95 days till Halloween Kills. Holy shit. That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to be inside 3 months, guys. When we convene here next Monday, it'll be less than 3 months away. That's crazy. Two Boys says, do you think they will be setting up Michael to lose in this film? I think we need a Michael win this time. I think they want it to look like the way the residents of Haddonfield are feeling at this moment, which, according to the trailer, they're feeling like it might be a Michael lose, that they're going to take him out, and I think it's going to be great watching them rally around this evil dies tonight idea, and only to have Michael, I would say, win. Yeah, I don't think they're setting up Michael to lose in this film. No, I think this will be. I mean, David Gordon Green called it their Empire Strikes Back. So if anybody wins at the end of this one, it'll be Michael, I think. Chad says, awesome art of the mask. I agree. This looks really great. Yeah, I really love this cover on the Remind, and I wish they had explained a little more of it, because I'd love to know the artist or photographer, but they don't go too much into detail. But you can go to HalloweenRemind.com. Let's see what it looks like right here. This is their website, and you can order. Pre-orders are shipping, and as you can see, it's only $6. You gotta do it. It looks like it's going to be an awesome collector's issue. So what do you think? Anybody order that today? Did you hear about that when that broke earlier today? Sammy says, I saw the trailer. He was killing people with a chainsaw. That's something instead of a knife. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Michael will not be limited to a knife. Not now, not anymore, I don't think. And he never really was. I mean, I've talked about that before. I mean, there's always, even in the original film, I mean, he kills more often with his hands, um, strangling Annie, and then later with the phone cord strangling Linda. It's Bob that gets the knife, and of course Laurie slashed that. But yeah, he uses all kinds of different weapons in part two and in all the films. Yeah, he uses the circular saw. Yes. Yeah, that part in the trailer is badass. That's one of the things I can't even believe that we're seeing that, but it got me just so amped up to see this movie when that scene happened. Yeah, Ken has sent us some stills from that through IG. Yeah, Ken is talking about it. It's a firefighter getting cut, like you can see the leg um, on the ground in the still shots. It's pretty brutal, and the fact that it's in the marketing right now is both just crazy and awesome. Yeah, he uses a shotgun. Yeah, he chokes people out a lot. Yeah, he's done it all. He's done it all. ETV says, I think Michael will kill Julian, and how he ends, hopefully not too much comedy with his character. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I would not get too attached to anybody going into kills. That's all I know. All right, let's see. What else is next on here? Okay, this is something else that is pretty damn exciting that I wanted to go ahead and bring to your attention. And I posted about this in the on the community tab earlier tonight. But here's the deal. We've been following as we do every year, Halloween Horror Nights announcements of new haunted houses and mazes. And you might have heard just last week they announced that uh, uh, the Haunting of Hill House, the Netflix series, is getting haunted houses in both the Hollywood Park and the Orlando Park. They've announced a Beetlejuice attraction in the Orlando Park. The Hollywood Park just announced their dates this week with the announcement of Hill House. So our friends over at Horror Night Nightmares, they cover this stuff really closely and are really in the know about this. And they routinely release these annual speculation maps. And you might remember a few weeks ago, I shared their two most recent maps at that time, which indicated that, as best they could tell from their sources, that there might be a Halloween 3 maze or haunted house in the Hollywood Park, very likely in the Hollywood Park, and even possible at the Orlando Park. Now, further evidence about the Hollywood Park at that time were photos that people had posted on Twitter and online social media from the park where that you could clearly see the Silver Shamrock logo on the facades where they were working on this year's haunts. In another place, you could see a sign that was for the Rose of Shannon Motel. The motel, where Dan Chalice, Stacey Nelkin's character, where they stay, and Marge meets her in and all that. That's the Rose of Shannon Motel. So all that has had me and a lot of people in the haunt community and the Halloween community so excited at the possibility of a Halloween 3 house. Well, today, Horror Night Nightmares released an updated speculation map. And again, this is officially speculation. This is to the best of their knowledge right now. But they are the first to point out, and I'm pointing out this is why it's not in print on our website at this moment. This is not confirmed in any way. But check this out. There you'll see the second thing listed on the left, B, Halloween Kills. They're speculating that there's going to be some kind of a Halloween Kills maze or haunted house at the Waterworld queue at the Hollywood Park. Now, this is the exact spot where a few weeks ago they were speculating that H3 would be located. That's where the photos were taken. So this leads to some excitement. I mean, again, I'm not going to make it out to the Hollywood Park this October. I seriously doubt it. So if it's happening, I can't wait to see the walkthroughs and other people's coverage of it and geek out in that way. If they do one in the Orlando Park, it's possible. That's doable. That's here on the East Coast. But if this is true and this is going to be a Halloween Kills maze, I mean, can you imagine? And then it also brings up questions, at least in my head, about, okay, if this is a Halloween Kills maze, what about that Silver Shamrock imagery? Is that just some fun Easter egg stuff, which they've done before? They've never done a Halloween 3 dedicated maze, but they've done Halloween 78, Halloween 2, and Halloween 4. And there's been Silver Shamrock Halloween 3 Easter eggs sprinkled throughout. So, and we know that, the masks are featured in the new film as they were in the last film. So it could just be that. It could be. I mean, this is a real long shot. Probably not, but it could be, something we've not even thought about, that Silver Shamrock itself actually plays some larger role in Halloween Kills itself than we've been thinking it does. Aside from just, the masks being a fun kind of nod for us fans. Most likely, though, in my best guess, I mean, it very well could be a Halloween Kills in name, but a Halloween franchise in general maze, and specifically Halloween franchise as far as the films that fall under the Universal Studios banner, which are Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. Arguably, the 78 film could be lumped into that as well, because depending on what rights they have this year, what licenses. But this, when I saw this today, I just couldn't believe it. And I was expecting an announcement from Universal Studios today, not about this, but only because late last night, actually, I guess it was technically super early this morning on the Horror Nights YouTube channel, they posted just a quick post saying just oiling up the chainsaws. So I really thought, well, I was going to wake up today and we were going to get an official announcement about this Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which has been here listed on all these maps we've talked about. But as you can see, a few things got changed around since the last time we talked, including where it was once speculated to be Halloween 3, now speculated to be Halloween Kills. Now we know where the Haunting of Hill House be located. And now they're also speculating that there's going to be an Exorcist maze here. Just amazing. Ken says one man army Myers. That's right. Chad says it's called Kills for a reason. Absolutely. Two Boys says, do you think they will tie in the Kelton Samhain backstory? That is a great question, and I do hope they do. And I do think it's very possible they will. I think ultimately what we're seeing here in the trailer and what we're going to see is, what we've talked about here on Monday nights before. Lori is the new Loomis, so she's going to, certain people are going to, oh, that's just crazy talk, Doctor. You know, certain people are just going to always hear her as crazy talk. Other people, like us, are going to hear her the way we heard Loomis, knowing that she's speaking the truth. That the more he kills, the more he does transcend. So yes, I do hope that they will tie in a bit of the Samhain and Celtic mythology that they began with Halloween 2 and even with Halloween 3 and Cochrane's epic speech. So I hope so. That's what I would love to see. Um, Naked One. Somebody naked up in here in the live chat? Happy Michael Myers Monday. I'm impressed by the line Laurie says about how the more Michael kills, the more he transcends. Perfect line for the movie mythology. Yes, yes, I agree. Totally. That's what I'm talking about. Uh, so yeah, to go back to Two Boys and Pop's question about will they go back into some of that mythology? Yeah, I mean, I think that's hinting that they are gonna, and at least touch on it. You know, which I'm totally here for. Honestly, I'm all about it. I didn't, I don't mind that one bit. Again, Lori is the new Loomis. She's gonna say what other people, including some fans, are gonna just roll their eyes at. But we know that, like Loomis, I mean, few people really know what Michael Myers is. In that '78 film, it's Loomis and it's Tommy Doyle. They're the ones that know he's the boogeyman. And Lori knows at the end. She learns. Now, she's the one who knows. But, of course, we got these other legacy characters who know. Tommy's back. He knows. I don't think that in 40 years he's any less, sure that was the boogeyman. So, yeah. And as I talked about last week, I mean, we're getting more into HK now, and that's fine. But in that trailer, they are chanting. 3 times in that trailer, you can hear them chanting the words, "Evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight." It's crazy. Laurie doesn't just say it. The cast, they've been using it in hashtags. Anthony Michael Hall especially, using it in hashtags and over the recent months since they filmed. Evil dies tonight. Yeah.
they're all going to get fired up behind Lori's crazy talk. And but yeah, it's called Kills for a reason, and I think it's going to be a bloodbath compared to 2018, honestly. Let's see. David says that's a good HHN lineup. If that's all true and does pan out, it's a great lineup. But again, I was surprised that we didn't get a chainsaw announcement today. So maybe tomorrow that'll happen. But another thing I thought about the Halloween, maybe it's not Halloween Kills or Halloween 3. Maybe it's somehow a Halloween franchise house, you know, or the other side of that is maybe it's Halloween Kills, like I said, in name, but it's got elements of 78, which would make sense. Silver Shamrock, which is totally in this universe, so that could make sense. I mean, maybe we see the Rose of Shannon Motel in Kills. Maybe they just drive by it or something. Who knows? Steven, what's up, man? He says, why are they waiting until October 15th to release Halloween Kills? October 1st would make more time for ticket sales. That's a good point. I think, honestly, it's 2 weeks before Halloween, 2 weekends before Halloween, and that's pretty much exactly when they released the last film, and so they just want a repeat of that. And in today's market, I mean, we would think it would be a no-brainer for a Halloween movie like this to open October 1st and then still be kicking ass 4 weeks later. But the truth is, in today's market, when things like Dune and other big-name things are going to be cutting into that, um, it would could even conceivably be leaving some theaters by then or right around then. This way, it's going to have a little bit of afterlife, but I think mainly it's because it's the strategy that worked most recently, and they want to repeat that winning strategy again. I think that's what it comes down to, honestly. Two Boys says maybe when one evil dies to have another born. Whoa, exploding my brain might be crazy, crazy, crazy talk. Um, let's see. I got a few other things. Uh, well, this ties in while we're talking about Halloween Kill stuff. Did you see my buddies Christopher and Sean? The new episode of Thing with Two Heads. Give them a shout out, like I like to do. My favorite video podcast that I never missed an episode of. Never miss an episode. Well, they put out a new episode within the last week. I don't know if you guys caught it, but Christopher actually, of course, they commented a bit on the Kills trailer, and he reiterated what he said in his Instagram post that, anybody worried that we've seen too much in the trailer, just chill, relax. It's the tip of the iceberg, is what he said, and nobody needs to worry about it. It doesn't show too much. Don't sweat it. And so again, I'm that's kind of the attitude I've adopted, and that's what I'm going with. And I love what we saw in the trailer. I go back to 2018, and it could be argued that showed too much in that film, but did it dilute my enjoyment when I was finally in the theater watching it? No, I don't remember any moment of it being like diluted because I had already seen too much or knew too much. So I'm not worried about that. Also, it was interesting. He commented on the mask, the poster, because of course, being the mask creator, uh, along with his team, including Vincent Van Dyke, that he's going to get a lot of comments, of course. There's that beautiful poster right there. And so Christopher Nelson, he said that, yes, he's getting some hater comments, basically, people saying, oh, mass doesn't burn that way. It would never look that way, and so forth. And I found his answer. You need to go check it out. I'll put the link down in the description after I'm done here. I should have done it before this, but
Just look for the thing with two heads or the malfunction channel. But he said straight up that, you know what I did? I took a 2018 mask and I set it on fire with a blowtorch. And that was my reference. So there you go. You can't really argue with that. And I just love that little tidbit that, how did they get that look? Well, he literally took one of his 2018 masks, took a blowtorch to it. There's the reference that they drew from. And it was also interesting in that same episode answering a fan's question about the 2018 mask and about collaborating with Justin Mabry of Trigger Treat Studios. And because I, too, like many of us, it was just Christopher was, the guy that did the sculpting, the main thing, but it was Vincent Van Dyke and Justin worked on it. And so it was always just presented as this whole team effort led by Christopher. And, but he really kind of clarified for the first time, at least that I heard, exactly what went down, which was that in the 2018 film, as we know, there was originally scripted a 78 scene in there. I've played you a clip of David Gordon Green talking about that. And there was a 78 mask made. Christopher Nelson hired Justin Mabry to make that 78 mask, which he did. That 78 mask ended up not being used. We've seen it in the background of some of the behind the scenes 2018 photos. We've seen it. That was the one that Justin Mabry made for the 78 scene in 2018, which was ultimately cut, never shot, never used. And Christopher then states that the 2018 mask that you do see on film was sculpted by himself, Christopher Nelson, and Vincent Van Dyke. Period. So, again, that's the story as told by the man himself, once and for all, how the creation of the new mask came about, exactly who was involved in the sculpting of that. And again, he has already said that the work of the new mask, using that reference from the blowtorch burned mask, is the work of himself and Vincent Van Dyke, once again, his frequent collaborator. So there you go. Some cool mask trivia right there. And again, I like hearing when the special effects makeup artist says we're only touched the tip of the iceberg as far as the kills and what's going on. So, yeah, I think we should all can relax about that. Let's see what else. I do have one more news item in just a second. Let's see what you guys are talking about first, though, and what you think about those comments from Mr. Nelson. Eyes Without a Face, destroy human race. Eyes Without a Face, Ken. I love the Billy Idol Eyes Without a Face. I agree. That would be a great song for them to feature in the soundtrack. David, yes, Thing with Two Heads. I know you saw that episode, man. Yep. Chris said, enjoy the trailer. That's right. Just enjoy it. And that's what I've been saying in general, is let's just enjoy the fact that we are living in an age where we got a new Myers movie coming out in 3 months. And then we got another one coming out for next Halloween. And then it's going to be the 45th anniversary. Maybe we're going to have an epic gathering, fan reunion, like the last few years at the 40th and the 35th and so forth. This is an amazing time. There's never been this much merch out there. There's never been this much stuff coming out. You got the pinball machine. We got the figures. You got the t-shirts. There's really never been this much. So it is a great time to be a fan. And I've said that before, and Christopher did say that, is let's just enjoy, that we've got a new Michael Myers movie. Isn't that cool? So I totally agree there. And but yeah, check out their new episode, Thing with Two Heads, The Thing with Two Heads. You'll love it. You'll be hooked like I am, and a lot of you guys already are. TV says, remember in Halloween 2018, Michael looked down at the baby and the baby stopped crying for a second. That could be that he will be the next Michael in the future. It's possible. Naked One says, whoops, forgot to say thank you for another fun Halloween Monday. I'm always more interested in the supernatural mystical aspect of the Halloween movies. Well, you're welcome for another fun Monday. Thank you for tuning in. And very interesting. So you're more interested in the supernatural mystical aspects of the Halloween movies. Well, I think this one is going to lean into that a little bit more. Just like Halloween 2 leaned into Loomis's, some of those dark speeches that Loomis was giving just a little bit more than the 78 one did. 3 arguably did again. 4 and 5 pulled back a little bit, and then 6 tried to go into it even more so with questionable results and the whole, explaining the Thorn trilogy as writer Daniel Ferens did. Lincoln says Michael is the shape and embodies an evil force. The novel that was written for the 78 film says a lot about that origin. Great backstory. Very true. Yes. I need to get a copy of that novel. But yes, there is some very interesting backstory in all of the novelizations that don't make the screen. And yeah, that's something we could focus an entire show on at some point. Chad says Chris Nelson made the closest to the original mask. Yeah, love that mask. Matt says, how do you think a mask looked correctly burnt? Suspension of disbelief. That's right. Scientific accuracy is overrated. Yeah. Bud is in the house. Good evening, sir. Everybody give it up for Bud. You better listen to old Bud. Got Rachel Carruthers here too. The Halloween verse is in the live chat, people. Follow them on Twitter. They're great. Love the Halloween verse. Thank you for being here, Bud and Rachel. Yeah, Rachel says the trailer did what it was supposed to do. It got me more excited to see the movie. Damn right. Damn right. Phil loves the song Eyes Without a Face. Yes, and Ken has a great idea to use it, that it should be used in Halloween Kills. And I agree. Good old Bud. That's right. Rachel's here, everybody. Do your best, Jamie Lloyd. Rachel! She's here. She lives. Rachel lives. Here on Michael Myers Monday Live, you guys. We brought her back. Two boys says, so Michael's kills are they revenge driven? Is he mad from being locked in the basement? Is this still about Laurie stabbing him in the eye with a hanger? Yeah, he holds a grudge, I guess. I think clearly he's just going to be on kill mode. I think he's clocked out and gone on automatic, which is kind of for Michael. I imagine somewhat of like in a permanent state of bliss, almost like a drug haze, is where I picture his mind being, just in like just killing and high on the killings. Massive kill count for sure. Absolutely, I agree. As Halloween fans, we need to sit back and enjoy and praise James and Chris and Jamie Lee and Malik, Andy, Nick, Dick Warlock. Just embrace everything Halloween. Absolutely. Yeah. As you guys know, I try not to spend time bashing things in general here. I'd much rather talk about the things I like than things I don't like. So, yeah, I agree. And when it comes to this franchise, there's so much more to like and love than to bitch about. Yeah, Steven says you can get the Halloween Kills movie novelization paperback now on Amazon. That's right. Yep. I need to share that link again. But yes, we talked about that a few weeks ago as well. That is up for pre-order right now on Amazon. Very true.
Byron's predicting 50 kills in Halloween Kills. Bold prediction, my man. I like it, though. I mean, could you imagine? My God. Matt V says Michael just goes medieval in this one. Damn right. Awesome. He's ramping up his transcending power, Matt V says. That's right. TV says, I think Kills was more meant for this year because it's the 40th anniversary of Halloween 2, and next year Halloween Ends is 40th anniversary of Halloween 3. Yeah, it works beautifully, actually, in those respects. Absolutely. All right, let me go on. One other fun little Halloween Kills thing I just want to give a shout out to is our friends at Lego Movie Trailers. This is another account that you guys should be checking out. And I'm going to show you their video. They did this for 2018, and they did it. They've done it for a ton of movies. But here you can see just a little bit. Their channel is called LMS. That is for Lego Movie Scenes. Well, they have worked their magic and recreated the Halloween Kills official trailer using Lego stop motion. Here, let's go full screen. You can see it a little bit better. And again, I'm not going to turn the sound up. It's the same sound. You've watched it enough times. You know the sounds by heart by now. But as you can see, they recreate, and they do this for all kinds of, like their channel says, Lego Movie Scenes, LMS. Check them out. That's awesome. The link to this video is already in the description below. I did do that before I started today because I knew I wanted to share this with you. I haven't put it on the website yet. There'll probably be an article going up tomorrow. But as you can see, just a damn good, pretty faithful rendition of the already iconic, I'd say anyway, trailer for Halloween Kills. And yeah, it's all in there. It's pretty awesome. But they do this for movies, and there's the Silver Shamrock masks. They do this for movies, trailers. They've done it for this franchise since 2018. And if you watch any of the actual, like Lego Star Wars or Lego Avengers or any of that stuff, then you get the idea. That's exactly what this is. It's pretty great. We'll just finish this part off. Rachel says that's amazing. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, you guys know the lines. You can put words where they go. Not in Michael's mouth though. Do I think Michael will take out half the Haddonfield population? I don't know. I think Haddonfield's a pretty big place, but he's going to take out a lot of people. I got a feeling that a lot of these people we're going to get to know or get to be reacquainted with. It's going to go fast, so we better enjoy it.
But I'm just hoping they do right by our legacy characters, especially Tommy and Lindsay. Can't wait to see how that goes. Yeah, Lego Mation. There you go. That's what it's. Lego Animation. Rachel says that's amazing. Yeah, I love what they do. And again, I did put that link already down below. So when we're done here, definitely check them out. Give it a like. And check out their other Halloween stuff. And just other, if you like that type of stuff. They've done so much stuff, and it's always really good. And they put a ton of time and effort into it, as you can see. There was one other little news item, not directly about the franchise, but just something that came up fairly recently. And then I'm going to play a flashback. But Universal has struck a deal with, well, it's not even a deal because they own it. You know, Peacock is NBC Universal's streaming service. And so now most all the big studios, you know, Disney has their Disney Plus, Paramount has their Paramount. Everybody's got their thing. Universal has Peacock. Now all Universal movies are going to go exclusively to Peacock streaming 4 months after the theatrical release. And this, of course, is news for us because that means 4 months after Halloween Kills drops into theaters on October 15th. So that means, let's see, November, December, that'd be February 15th, just after Valentine's Day. It'll be on Peacock exclusively, streaming. And they even go so further to say that they've carved up this whole 18-month pay one window. And so what they're going to do is for the first and last 4 months of this 18-month release, this pay window, the movies will play exclusively on Peacock. So basically, they'll play in theaters for 4 months. Well, not that long, unless they're epically, massively successful. But 4 months after they drop in theaters, open in theaters, they'll go to Peacock. They'll play on Peacock for 4 months. Then they will play on other partner services for the next 10 months. Those partners have not all been disclosed, but HBO, which is currently Universal's Pay One partner, is not believed to be among them. And as you know, a lot of Halloween 2018, a lot of Blumhouse Universal films have been coming to HBO recently. They're believed not to be part of this time, oddly enough. But so then after that 10-month window, then they will come back to Peacock for another 4-month exclusive window. How much any of that will affect physical media home entertainment releases like a Blu-ray release, a 4K release of HK, we'll have to wait and see. Probably not too much, I would imagine. Again, in 2018, that film was hitting Blu-ray in January of 2019. So Lego Jamie, the amount of time to do that Lego Mation, yeah, it's pretty amazing. Will Cameron buy another phone for Allison like he does in the 18 cutout? In the 2018 deleted scene, does he buy her another phone or does he offer to? I can't remember. I know he gets arrested in a deleted scene, like he says he would. I don't think the phone stores are open because it's all going to be that same night. But yes, he did say that in a deleted scene. 3 months. Ian, what's up, man? Ian McFarlane, can't wait. 3 months to go. Yes. It's hard to believe it's going to be here before we know it. Um,
real quick. Y'all might have noticed the shirt. This is actually a Halloween Resurrection shirt. Gotta say a quick shout out. Today is the 19th anniversary of the theatrical release of One Halloween Resurrection. Holds the distinction of being the uh, only film in the entire Halloween franchise to be released this early in the year, in the mid-July, back in 2002. Next year it'll be 20 years since that release. And I do have an interesting interview that I'll put down in the description below. I interviewed Daisy McCracken about that, her work in that film a couple years back, and she told me about a deleted shower scene that she filmed her first day of filming, and that it was basically going to start kind of as an homage to Psycho in a way, and you would think that Michael was about to attack her in a shower, and it would turn out to be like a prank or something. But it was filmed and exists and is out there somewhere. And so just a quick shout out. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking Resurrection. I am wearing my Resurrection shirt, and my mug is actually officially a Resurrection mug. If you look right there, and if you look on the bottom, it's actually licensed from Resurrection. I know it's not most people's favorite. It's certainly not my favorite film in the franchise by any means, but there are some things I like about it. I like that they made strides to go into the future with streaming. I like that, I didn't love the Jamie Lee Curtis stuff in the beginning. I felt like that was unnecessary. I felt like after H2O, that was the perfect ending at that time for Laurie Strode. But once that was done, I kind of like that it goes back to the Myers house. It's a new group of kids coming in there, causing trouble. And the whole streaming, I mean, that was pre-GoPro and all. It was pretty out there thinking for that time, considering where we were not long at all after that, with everything being streamed live like we are right now. So props to Resurrection. I know it gets a lot of hate, and some of that maybe rightfully so, but it is a lot of fun, and you just got to look at it with the right mindset and the right eyes on. Patrick Ring, late to the party on vacation. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Yes, sir. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Absolutely. All right, before we get too far on, I know it's almost midnight, and I'm not going to be able to wrap it up before midnight, but we're getting close here, guys. I am going to play you a flashback clip right now, and that gives me a second to just catch my breath for a minute. And this is about a 6-minute clip, and this goes back to Flashback Weekend way back in 2015. And this clip is from the Halloween 3 panel. And we've been talking a lot about Halloween 3. And it's a pretty good clip. You'll hear comments actually from a lot of notable people, starting with Tommy Lee Wallace, of course, directed the film, co-wrote the film. He even talks about that John Carpenter co-wrote the film, even though he opted not to take credit for it. You'll also hear a little bit from Nancy Loomis about her involvement after appearing in Halloween 78 and briefly in as a dead Annie in Halloween 2. And you'll hear about from Stacey Nelkin about her involvement in it, and a little bit from Tom Atkins himself. So all that in a fun little 6-minute clip right here from Flashback Weekend, Chicago, 2015. And it is interesting. One thing you'll hear, again, talking about how Resurrection was kind of ahead of its time in embracing technology like streaming and watching a live stream. People gathering to watch a live stream from the Myers house. Who ever heard of gathering around and watching a live stream from somebody's house? I mean, that was unheard of 19 years ago. Well, here it is. Here we are. It's real. So they were a little ahead of the curve on that, honestly. And that's pretty cool. And I don't think they get the respect that film deserves there. But that was really part of where Deborah Hill was going way back with Halloween 3. You'll hear Tommy Lee Wallace here say that
one of her intentions was kind of Halloween meets the digital age. So anyway, here we go. Check out this clip. I'll be here in the comments as well. We'll come back. We'll talk about this. I'll share a couple posts, and then I'm going to be getting out of here pretty soon after that. But check out this clip. I think you're going to like it.
And not the grumble, it's incredibly gratifying that all this time later.
Apologies for that, guys. Starting it over now.
But it had a little banner in the corner that said, all new, whatever that meant.
Right.
And that meant nothing to anybody. So you had a lot of disgruntled customers who didn't understand where the knife was, or Jamie Lee, or the shape, or any of it. It is incredibly gratifying that all this time later, it's got a fan base of great people, and found its own at last. That feels good.
And the original idea, where did that come from? Was that John and Deborah and you?
I believe Deborah was really the driving force, and she had this notion of Halloween meets the computer age, or some kind of one-sentence pitch like that. And she sort of got that rolling. John had been looking for an opportunity to work with Nigel Neal, the great writer from England, and so he came up with a script, and we went from there. Nigel's name should have been on it, but he didn't like what we did to it and took his name off. John had a hand in the writing. He never put his name on it. So although the credit reads written by me, it's pretty inaccurate. I did a lot of rewriting, but you know, Nigel, I'd say about 60% of that script is Nigel.
Let me talk to the actors who are on stage. How did this, Nancy? How did this movie come to you?
Well, can you all hear me without the mic? Can you hear me without the mic?
No.
Too bad. It's too early in the morning. So, as Tommy said, it was 1982, and I was happy to have a part. I was always glad to work, create a character, but I have to say, I was fairly distracted by the fact that I was expecting my first baby. So that event sort of overshadowed all the other memories that I have about that year. But I did like the fact that it wound up being a lot of voiceover work from me, which I thought was kind of funny. That, you know, there was just this voice, this constant voice, either just in Tommy Atkins' head or actually on the phone, but, you know, haranguing him.
Yeah.
And and other than that, I based my character on you know, family members that I probably shouldn't mention.
It's like the Annie character from Halloween grows up too fast and has a bad marriage.
And Stacey, how did you become involved with the movie?
Wow, I had a makeup artist friend who was already, a man named Ron Walters, who I had worked with, who was already signed on to the film, who was telling me about this script, and he said, they cannot find somebody to play the lead. Why don't you come in and read? And I kept saying, no, no, no. He said, look, they're really down to the wire. You should just go in. And I read the script, and I loved this character because she was spunky. She had a lot of energy, and she fought for what she wanted, and I loved that. So I went in to read, and I literally was getting the call The phone was ringing as I walked in the door on my way, into my house at the time, which never happened, saying you got the part. Usually you wait. And I think a day or two later, we were shooting. It was that down to the wire. And of course, the love scene was one of the first things we did.
Yeah.
Right? It's always a great way to meet someone. Hi, how are you? Let's get naked. But anyway, that was that.
Yeah.
That's Tom, you had already established. Yeah. Tom, you'd already obviously had a relationship with John Carpenter, having worked on Fog and Escape from New York at that point. And
Yeah,
so was the part written for you?
What?
Was the part written for you?
Was it what for me?
The part in Halloween 3.
Well, I don't think it was written for me, but I was happy to be offered the part and to do the film. And like Stacy said, we were having meetings in offices, and I went over with Tommy and Deborah and would sit in on the young women they would bring in for that role. And I remember when Stacy finally came in, I think there were 3 girls that day, and she came in, as soon as she left the room, everybody pretty much, yeah, okay, there she is, that's her. And then and I think it was the first day of shooting, or damn near, that they said, let's do this bedroom scene. And I always thought, where do you want me to sleep, Dr. Chalice, was one of the dumbest I ever heard in my life. We had a great time shooting the film, running around up in Lolita, or whatever the hell the little town was, up in Northern California. It was great. I had a wonderful time on the film.
All right, so there we go, a little bit from some of the greats from Halloween 3. Again, I thought that was kind of neat, talking about how Tommy Lee Wallace in the beginning was talking about how, really for 20 years, Halloween 3 was the black sheep and kind of hated on, and it kind of found its place, as Tommy Lee Wallace said, it found its home finally in the hearts of fans, and I would have to agree. And I think a large part of that, coincidentally keeping, all the synchronicity of this tonight's show in line, a lot of that goes back to those Scream Factory releases, really, in 2012. That was the first 2 releases when Shout Factory started their Scream Factory imprint for genre films. The first 2 were Halloween 2 and Halloween 3. And they were on DVD and Blu-ray, and they've followed through over the years with a ton of stuff. And I really do think it was that really great presentation of Halloween 3 with such love and respect that in many ways helped bring fans back around to appreciate Halloween 3 for what it is. And again, I got to bring it full circle one more time back to Resurrection, that for the last 20 years, last 19 years, that's been the butt of a lot of people's, hatred. And again, I can't argue with a lot of the issues with it, but I do think that, everything in its time in a way, and I do think that, not everything has to be the level of John Carpenter's original or Halloween 2 or 3 to really, but you can get a lot of enjoyment and a lot of fan satisfaction for just taking it for what it is, which we all ended up learning how to do for Halloween 3, so maybe we can for Halloween Resurrection. Interestingly, when I let my son, he's 14 now, a couple years ago when I let him watch, we'd been going through the franchise, like a few movies of the franchise per October. We let him watch the 78 one pretty young, and then we added 2 and 3 and so forth. We finally get to Resurrection, and when he watched it, he said he liked it. He said, I thought it was hilarious. So there's some advice from my 14-year-old who watched it probably around 12 or 13. And he said, just take it as a comedy, and it's great. So there you go. I'm going to drink one today. Of course, now it's 5 minutes after today. It's after midnight. Doesn't matter. Today, for Halloween Resurrection, Michael Myers Monday, 19 years.
Let's see. Protect Safe says, I was super depressed when I was expecting Myers back then. Ruined my Halloween. Oh, expecting it for Halloween 3, yeah. Yeah, like Tommy Lee Wallace said, a lot of people were not prepared for that movie. I think it was a marketing, they could have marketed it so much better and acknowledged ahead of time and prepared people for what they were in for. If there was the internet now, it'd be different. Of course, it probably would have gotten so much more heat from Twitter and so forth. Ken says, I said I'm going to interview Wallace. Wallace. Am I going to interview Wallace? I don't know what I said. I'm not surprised, though. David says Resurrection could have been a good story, just wasn't executed correctly. Yeah. And hey, I mean, they had Rick Rosenthal from Halloween 2. They tried. All right. Let's do our shout outs now. This is our Monday shout outs. This is what we do every week because back in 2013, I started the hashtag Michael Myers Monday to celebrate this franchise, to make Mondays more killer and suck less, and just to see if anybody might ever use it besides myself. And now people all over the place use it every week, and it every week it gets bigger, and there's more people, and they use it. They make comedy videos and serious videos and GIFs and memes. People show off their collections. They show off their cosplay. They show off their swag. They show off their collectibles, and really just express their fandom, and that's what it's all about. So every week I like to share just a couple tweets and a couple Instagram posts that use the Michael Myers Monday hashtag. It's not like these are the best. I try to retweet and post in our stories and repost as many as I can each week. It gets hard. This time of year I'm busy doing a lot of things, not just for the site, but just a ton of things. So, but I always like to feature a few on here as well. And these are just a couple that jumped out at me for whatever reason today. So let's go now over here to Twitter. Now, this is a good one. This is at Sterling Inc. He is a tattoo artist and can't wait for the new Halloween movie, Michael Myers Monday. And you can see here, look at this ink on this guy. Yeah, the tattoo artist is who posted it. Pretty amazing ink on there. That's a badass Jason too, but that is a good looking Michael. Like that. Very cool. Sterling Inc. on Twitter. From the Halloween verse, our girl Linda V. At Linda V. That's Linda Vanderclock. Of course, just like Bud and Rachel, Linda is part of the amazing Halloween verse that you totally should be following and laughing along with on Twitter. They are great. They're so funny. This one made me laugh today. This is Linda saying, you guys are totally silly. Me working as a teacher in 40 years? That's totally insane. I hate books. Hashtag Michael Myers Monday. And again, so perfect because we all know Linda does hate books, but PJ Souls did, in fact, play Allison's teacher, as we talked about last week. So I thought that was quite fitting for this week, Linda. Good job. One more from Twitter today. This comes from Eric Preston. That's right, the Eric Preston who played young Michael Myers in Halloween 4. Eric's a really cool guy. I interviewed him a couple years ago. You can check out my interview at HalloweenDailyNews.com. Today, he is participating using the Michael Myers Monday hashtag, sharing this video of this kid. And I have to agree, this kid is awesome. And we're just going to watch this video together because it's too great not to. You've probably seen it. I saw it for the first time a while back, but today it was really making the rounds. And this kid just loves some Michael Myers. Here, let's see. I think you can.
Okay, now I kind of want.
Whoa. Go ahead, Casey, put on your mask. Come on.
Oh my.
His name's Jason. Which is
Go, go,
yeah. Now this is a family like my own family. This is a kid like my kid. You know, these people are just after my own heart right here. This is what it's about. I gotta agree with Eric Preston. This kid is awesome. And the head
Can't
tit.
talk.
Head tilt. Head tit. Excuse me, guys and ladies. The head tilt.
Thank you. Here he goes, Kazan.
There he goes. Again, this is going around everywhere. If anybody knows who originally posted this, I'd love to give them a shout out, but just pretty awesome. Keeping it in the family and raising them right. Raising them the killer way. Gotta love that. All right, so thanks to Eric Preston for sharing that one. Now we're going to move over to Instagram for just a couple posts. This one is from Jin TSZ Cam. Jin to scam. Just evil, simply evil. That's what Michael Myers is. And pretty cool sketch that I look at this sketch and this artist is making it look easy. I look at that, I'm like, I could do that, and then I would try to do it, and I can't do that. It would look like a mess. But love that. Give them a like. Also from Instagram, this is at is that fucking Peachy? I think that's supposed to be fucking Peachy. She says, it's a rainy Michael Myers Monday. And yeah, she's got it going on. She's got the carpet. That's the Michael Myers carpet. And the t-shirt showing off her Michael Myers Monday love in style today. And lastly, from Instagram, this is from Shape of Myers. And they just say simply the Rabbit and Red Lounge. And there you got what looks like a tasty beverage, along with the Strode Realty keychain. I wonder if they got that from Spook Show like we did. And they've got the matchbook, the Rabbit and Red matchbook. I've got the keychain. I don't have a matchbook. I do have a shot glass though, a Rabbit and Red shot glass. But so there we go. That's this week's Michael Myers Monday shout outs. As always, thanks to everybody for participating, for using the hashtag, for celebrating this fandom, this crazy, awesome franchise that we all love so much. It's always a blast for me to see the creativity and just the different ways and just the people from different walks of life from all over that use this hashtag. And again, that's just a small taste. You should follow the hashtag itself on social media if you don't already. And of course, we're all over social media if you're not following us. I'll go ahead and say that now as we're wrapping up. Halloween Daily News. We're Halloween Daily on Twitter. We're Halloween Daily News on Instagram. And of course, right here on YouTube, we're Halloween Daily News. We do this type stuff all the time. Specifically on Monday nights, we concentrate on Michael and this franchise. We cover all things Halloween, though, all the time at HalloweenDailyNews.com in here on this channel. Lots of exciting videos, live streams, convention coverage, store walkthroughs, exclusive interviews. Tons of cool stuff is coming in the next 3 months, guys. It's going to be a wild and crazy 3 months, and it's starting very soon. We're going to Scares That Care in just 3 weeks in Williamsburg. Tom Atkins is going to be there. PJ Souls is going to be there. It's going to be a blast. Whole bunch of other awesome people. That's our first adventure kind of out and about since whatever happened last year. So we're looking forward to it. I want to thank all you guys. Ken says, what's on your mind, Matt? Yeah. You got it, man. Patrick says, I remember back in '02 going to see Resurrection and the film got stuck halfway through the movie. They gave us a refund and a pass for a free movie. I had to go the next day to see the end. Damn. Damn. Well, at least you got to see the end the next day. Larry graduated May 25th, '02. Then 2 months Resurrection came out. Nice. Nice. Rachel says, totally. Pop says, if they bring about Michael Myers linked to the supernatural, would this open the door for future films or close the story after it ends? Excited to see this installment best horror franchise. I agree with you about all that. That's good questions. That's all good questions. And we've speculated on here of ways they could go beyond even a Michael Myers necessarily being front and center and almost go back to the Halloween 3 mentality moving forward after it ends. They could. They probably won't, but they could. All right. It is well after midnight. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, long story short, hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. Like this video. That helps a lot in algorithms, helps us reach more like-minded people. We want to keep growing so we can keep bringing you bigger and better stuff. We do have some official HDM merch at our Teespring store. You can find those links down below any of our videos. We got some more coming. I'm working on like a Michael Myers Monday themed type thing. Probably won't use the actual words Michael Myers, but it'll be something that you guys can gravitate to and will relate to, and maybe we can get those out here soon this summer. And that's what I like to see. All the pumpkins lit. Light them up, guys. This one, Ryan Korn, we missed you. Where the rest of you guys? Are you ready? Yes. I almost popped a blood vessel tonight on that one. But we are stoked. We are 3 months away. Can't believe it. If you're looking for something else, if you get into the Spirit Halloween animatronics, this Thursday, I'm going to be doing another live stream. We're going to be talking about Spirit Halloween's big animatronic reveals that are supposed to be happening on this Thursday, July 15th. So if you're into that, come join me this Thursday. That'll be my next live stream. And definitely plan, if you like what you saw here tonight, to join us next Monday and every Monday when we geek out even more on Michael Myers Monday and we go over the week's news just like we did here. Michael Perez with the pumpkins. I love it. Happy Michael Myers Monday, Michael. I love it. You guys are the best. Pops, thank you. Thank you for the kind words. He says great stuff as always. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Michael Perez, thank you so much. Blessed that your name is Michael. Yes, you are. You're blessed that your name is Michael. All right, all you guys and girls, everybody, thank you for tuning in tonight. Again, wouldn't have a show if nobody watched, and you guys keep coming out every week. So I love it. We'll keep doing it. Like I said, tune in this Thursday for the animatronics live stream. That's going to be fun. Something a little bit different. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a new Myers animatronic this year. There's been no indication of that, but anything's possible. In any case, there is going to be some cool stuff if you're into that type of stuff. And just keep watching. Whenever the Terrifier 2 trailer, the next one drops, we're going to do a live breakdown of that, just like we did HK. Lots of fun stuff like that coming down the road. So subscribe! That's what I'm getting at. Subscribe to the channel. All right, my mouth's tired of talking. My head's tired of thinking. You guys are tired of listening. We're going to go get some rest now. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you all for watching.